You want to know the wildest thing that's ever happened to me in an office built out of glass and ambition? I'll tell you, and no, it's not some hostile takeover or a scandal on the top floor. It's the day a 6-year-old girl in a red sweater waltzed right past my security, slipped into my office like she owned the place, handed me a resume written in crayon, and said, dead serious, I need a job. I mean, come on, you can't make this stuff up, right? You'd think with all the money I'd made, all the boardrooms I'd stared down, nothing could surprise me, but that day, let me tell you, my life swerved off the map. So picture this. I'm Henry Bailey, a guy whose whole existence is color-coded in his calendar. My days start early, sharp, always on time, my suit perfect, my espresso untouched because I'm too busy skimming through 100 emails before the city is even awake. That morning, my assistant Knox looks so rattled she might quit on the spot. Sir, there's someone here to see you, she stammers. It's a little girl. I almost laugh, except she's not joking. The next thing I know, this kid, maybe 6, hair a little tangled, big brown eyes, marches in with the confidence of someone who's never had to wait their turn. She slides a piece of paper onto my desk, stands on tiptoe, and says, I need a job. No hesitation, no apology. I pick up her resume, and honestly, I can barely read it because the letters are huge and crooked, but I can make out, I can clean. I am quiet. I don't cry in front of people. I can help. I can learn. There's a heart in the corner and a shaky please. It hits me like a punch. I kneel down because suddenly my whole office feels a little too big, and I ask, why are you here, sweetheart? She looks at me straight, calm like she's practiced this in the mirror. My mom is dying, she says flat. No tears, just facts. I have to help her. We don't have money. If I work, maybe she can stay alive. Now, you might think I'd have some perfect CEO answer lined up, but my throat just closes up. I built empires. I know how to shut down a merger in 3 sentences, but I got nothing for this. I asked for her name. Emma Miller, she says clear as day. And right then, I swear the axis of my world shifts. I'm not even exaggerating. You know what I mean? This tiny human who should be building forts out of pillows, not resumes, just walked in here and made me question everything I thought I knew about strength. She sits across from me, legs dangling off the chair, hands folded, waiting for me to get it together. I ask, do you know where you are? You're Mr. Bailey, she says. My mom says people with money can help when no one else does. I send my assistant out, privacy, please, and the city outside hums on, totally clueless that my life is detonating from the inside out. I ask about her mom. Emma explains she's sick. She can't work. Hospital costs too much. We had to leave our apartment. Sometimes I make cereal for dinner. I grew up poor, but not this poor. Not knocking on strangers' doors for a job before you lose your baby teeth. I ask if her mom knows she's here. She shakes her head. She would have said no, but I saw your name in the paper. People say you fix things fast. So maybe you could fix this. I stand, walk to the window, look at a city I thought I understood. Turns out, it's full of people I never see. Brave, desperate, invisible. You're very brave, Emma, I say, and she shrugs. It's not brave. It's just what you do when you love someone. Man, that hits harder than any business loss. That's what I'm in. I say, let's go see your mom. Her eyes go wide. Really? Yeah. I'm not promising anything, but let's go. She tells me her mom's at Mercy Clinic, room 12. I grab my coat, we leave. No board meeting is that important, not today. On the drive, Emma's quiet, holding her backpack like a lifeline. The clinic's just a squat gray building, nothing fancy, but she lights up as we pull up. She leads me in, asks the nurse for room 12, walks the halls like she's done it 1,000 times. Before we go in, she warns, she's really tired. Sometimes she doesn't wake up when I talk to her. My heart is pounding in my chest, I'm not gonna lie. Inside, her mom Sarah is thin, pale, asleep, wires everywhere. Emma goes to her side, grabs her hand. Mom, I brought someone. He's the man I told you about. I stand at the end of the bed, out of place, out of words. I put Emma's resume on the table and, almost whispering, tell Sarah, I met your daughter today, and I don't think I'll ever be the same again. Emma explains she used to help people. She was a nurse. When she got sick, no one helped her. That's why I came to you. The nurse comes in, checks Sarah's vitals, tells me she needs expensive treatment way more than the clinic can cover. I step out, call my doctor, arrange a transfer to a private hospital, call my lawyers, set up a fund. Money moves fast when you really want it to. When I come back, Emma's sitting by her mom, exhausted, hope flickering in her eyes. "Are you really going to help?" she asks. I take her hand, promise. "Yes, Emma, I promise." That night, I barely sleep. The next morning, I'm at the hospital at dawn. I bring Emma breakfast and cocoa. Sarah's still sleeping, but the doctors have a plan. Real specialists, real hope. Emma sits with her cocoa, listens as I explain what's happening. She asks, will she wake up there? She has a better chance, I tell her, and we'll be here every day. The transfer's quiet, no drama, just care. I ride with them. I make sure Emma has a place to stay near the hospital. The new hospital room is bright, flowers on the table, sunshine. Emma draws a picture of her mom, and me. She hands it to me with a shy smile. "You're part of us now, even if you don't have to be." My heart almost gives out. I tell her, I want to be. Not just today, always. She doesn't say anything, just slips her little hand in mine. As the days pass, things shift. Sarah stabilizes, then slowly day by day starts improving. Every morning, I bring cocoa, learn which pastry Emma likes. We become a trio. Emma's still worried, but her smiles get brighter. She tells me, "Do you think she'll smile again?" And I say, "Yeah. And when she does, it'll be because of you." She leans into me, rests her head on my arm. That feeling, right there, is worth more than any deal I've closed. On the 5th day, the doctors start talking about hope, real hope. Emma is drawing again, talking about home, asking if I'll stay. My answer is always yes. We take walks in the hospital garden. She gives me another picture, 3 of us standing under a big sun. "That's our home when we're all together," she says. I tell her, let's make that real. I go home that night and set up an apartment near the botanical gardens, just for them, just in case. Finally, Sarah really wakes up, and the first thing she whispers is her daughter's name. Emma. The relief, the joy, it floods the whole room. She squeezes Emma's hand, tries to speak, tears running down her face. She looks at me and knows somehow I've been there, knows she wasn't alone. Later, I sit outside in the hospital garden with Emma, the sky glowing gold, and she whispers she said my name. That means she's still mine. I choke up and tell her she was never gone. She was just finding her way back. The days blend together. Sarah gets stronger, speaks more, even smiles a little. Emma's life starts to look like childhood again, crayons. Coco giggles. I meet with a social worker, Mara, sharp, doesn't miss a thing. She says, "Most people like you give a check and walk away. But you stayed." I tell her, it's not charity. It's family, even if it looks weird from the outside. She asks if I consider being Emma's guardian, if it comes to that. I don't hesitate, yes. It's not strategy. It's just the truth. We share meals in the lounge, hospital food, but it feels like Thanksgiving. Emma asks, will it stay like this? I don't lie to her. It won't always be easy, but I'll be here. We'll get through it together. She smiles, squeezes my hand, tells me she's glad she came to my office. I tell her, so am I. You changed everything. The hospital room, once sterile and cold, feels warm now. Emma races down the hallway. Sarah is sitting up. There's laughter again. I don't check my phone for meetings. I'm waiting for Emma's stories. That's my new boardroom. That's my real work. When Sarah is strong enough, I move them into the new apartment. Emma fills it with drawings. Sarah finds her strength. I finally understand what it means to come home. And here's the twist. It's not just about saving someone. I needed saving too. I thought success was about control, about numbers, about never letting anything break through. But it's about showing up, about staying, about choosing people, not power. A little girl came into my office and handed me her hope, and it woke me up to my own. So here's where I leave you. Does it always end perfectly? No. Life's messier than that. But real justice, real happiness, isn't some grand rescue. It's in the small choices, the moments when you decide to love, to stay, to be the person someone can count on, even when the world says walk away. Now, you tell me, would you have opened that door? Would you have walked out of your schedule and into someone else's storm? Let's be honest, most people wouldn't. But maybe that's exactly what we need more of. So, what do you think? Is it charity? Is it family? Or is it just finally getting it right? Drop your thoughts below. I want to hear where you draw that line between what's fair and what's power and what's love. Let's talk about it, because sometimes the real story is the one we write together, right here, right now.